gave y'all kind of, we had a couple days that we didn't do much in our journals, kind of took some time off. We're gonna talk about our very last journal subject today. I mean, we've been here, and this was the site of our service learning, right? We did our service learning. We did a few service learning things. We went, just kind of a brief thing. It was fun for us, so we probably didn't think of it as service learning, but we went out to see the, the Roma children at Shuka. The community center, of course, turned out to be our major, thrust of our service learning project. And then we finished up with the event yesterday. I'd like to make a couple comments because, Lisa's the coordinator of service learning now. But what I have found with service learning, it's never like you plan it. You've got to evolve, you've got to move. I mean, the Friday before we left, we still didn't even have a permit for the community center. So it was waffling. But we were solid with the thing yesterday. That's what we were going to do. Now we got here, the community center ended up becoming our biggest thrust. Yesterday was not as big an effort. You just never know, but if you're there to serve, sometimes you got to be flexible, you got to be fluid, and sometimes it just doesn't work out like you wanted it to. The community center turned out bigger than we thought, and yesterday didn't turn out to be as much effort, as we had put into the community center. Service learning this is the first service learning trip we've ever taken. And I want Lisa to talk a little bit about service learning to you guys just for a minute today, because she's the coordinator of service learning, all the service learning at Southwest.
What do you guys think service learning is? Seriously.
On-the-job training.
On-the-job training, okay. What else?
On-the-job training.
All right, Billy, Mike?
It's another word for saying missionary.
Okay, missionary, on-the-job training. Ron?
Services provided and you're learning while you're doing it.
Okay, that would be the closest one in my view.
Change mine just a little bit.
Okay.
I think it's more when you take these classes. I had three or four classes that had service learning in it, and it gives you an opportunity to see where you're going. Working this particular field or that particular field. Give you a sample of what is to see whether you like it or not.
As you all know, I'm new to service learning. I just took over the job in January. And so I've done a lot of reading about it to try to catch up with where Shannon was. Still not there yet, but working on it. And one of the shining points, or one of the outstanding points of service learning is, yes, that you are serving, but also that you are learning. That is very important. Ideally, you're learning about the subject matter of the course. That's the idea. With a course like social problems, this is a great opportunity here because we do see a lot of social problems in this community, and we can compare them to those we see in the United States and see how the cultures are different and how different issues are managed differently. But another point of service learning that is exceptionally important is reciprocity. It must be reciprocal. You must gain as much as you give. Okay? That is the whole idea behind service learning. It is not just going and doing for others and you get nothing out of it other than a pat on your back or a shine in your soul. You are supposed to learn not only about the subject matter, but maybe a little bit about yourself, if that makes any sense. So ideally, when you are involved in a service learning event, you are going to go and you are going to serve people, and yes, they will benefit. But you are also going to learn perhaps a bit about yourself in the process, as well as the subject matter of the class. And if that does not occur, then service learning has not occurred. That is the idea behind service learning. So we hope that has occurred on this trip, and I think Shannon's going to want you to journal a little bit about that.
Yeah, so really, based on what Lisa said in her definition, that word reciprocity, I want y'all to think about that today. And this is your journal today should be you evaluating your service learning experience. Yes, it was fluid. Yes, it wasn't what we talked about maybe even 9 months ago. Some things changed. But I want you to say what you think maybe was accomplished for the group that we were working for, whether it be the community center, with the event yesterday, whatever we served. Did they benefit? And did you benefit? Because it's only a success if it went both ways. Now, you don't have to say it was successful if it wasn't. I just want an objective evaluation from you concrete examples of how both groups may have benefited, and if not, we need to say so, because true service learning, it's got to have both.
So Philippi as a city is founded by Philip II of Macedon. He was the king of Macedonia, the ancient of Macedonia. He is the father of the Alexander the Great. It is founded in 356 year before Christ. And the very interesting thing is that from the Bible, you can read in the Bible that Paul was there. And that's the place where actually Paul was prisoned. And from the earthquakes, with an earthquake, he was released from his chains. And there's a lot of the ruins what were over there are, you can still see them. The antique theater, you can just stand in the middle and you can try to speak and you'll be able to hear everywhere around. Also, the interesting thing about Philippi is that the prison where Paul was prisoned, it's still available. You can still see it, So it's a really good place to visit. I really do recommend it. That was one of the places where I really wanted to go, and 3 weeks ago I got the chance to go and see it.
Any questions? Okay, so let's do. Oh, did you want to do something?
Yeah, actually, Martha, we have appreciated so much what you've done for us, and I'm just going to ask you to do me a favor and give me your signature right here, because we're going to present you with something, and it just says that you have received it from our college. So if you'll just sign right there.
On English or Macedonian?
But this is a thank you from our college and our class, because you have gone above and beyond, and you have made a difference in everybody here in terms of their trip and what they've experienced, and we just appreciate that so much. So thank you very much.